Welcome viewers to our second episode of CrossBat. Thank you so much for watching the first one, and I'm so excited to be speaking with the Namibian international cricket player Xander Pitchers. Hi.
Hi Kimi, how are you doing?
I'm okay, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
And how are you doing during these times?
Oh no, it's quite a special time. It's a special time where you can just reflect on everything that's happened in your life and the family and all those sort of things. So it's been quite a eye-opening couple of weeks for me, just to figure out how blessed you've been with the things you've done and the places you've seen and the people you've met. So yeah, it's been quite good having a bit of time just to be able to reflect on everything in your life so far.
And what have you been doing?
I've been working really hard on my golf game, I'm not going to lie. The hobby's bettered me massively. And then did a bit of reading and watching a lot of documentaries on sport and the mental side of sport. Like a simple example, The Last Dance of, Michael Jordan. Learned so much about how he sees life in a sporting way. And that sort of things. Read Abe de Villiers' autobiography, which just gives you a different idea of a lot of different things.
Well, we'll go straight into now cricket. And for that, I wanted to ask you about your childhood and when did you actually first start playing cricket, and if you had a specific inspiration, like how did you get into the sport of cricket?
Oh, cricket's been my life from the get-go. Dad's a massive cricket fan. He's a teacher, so cricket is in his blood. So basically, it's been from birth, I'd say. Where whenever there's cricket going on, I would be walking with a bat around the field, asking guys to throw balls at me, that sort of thing. So I'd like to say it's been Dad, and then yes, the old Auntie Cronje. When I was growing up, he was the idol in South African cricket, and just the way he went about it. No, it didn't end well for him and all that, but he was still a massive inspiration for me and my cricketing journey so far.
So it was since you were born, basically.
Yeah, no, cricket's been my whole life.
Wow, okay. And we hear you played for your school team for Northern Cape High School. Tell us something about that, a specific memory, and is that when you knew you wanted to become an international cricketer?
Yeah, no, Northern Cape High opened a lot of doors for me. Like, we played 2 years in a row, we played in the school's T20 finals, where you played against the top 5 cricketing schools in South Africa. I've played with 2 or 3 guys that's played for South Africa. I've played with Reza Hendricks, I've played with Xander Pitchers, who's already represented South Africa, who was in my school side, or I was in their school side, let me put it that way. And so we were quite a good school side from the age of 15. We started playing first team cricket. I think in the let's say the 3 years I've played first team cricket, that I'd say we were probably about 10 players that's played first class cricket or has played cricket at a higher level. So now there's so many memories, there's so many things you've learned, so many great partnerships you've had. Like an example, me and Xander Pitchers, we used to open the batting together, and seeing him opening the batting for South Africa, you just go like, wow, thinking back of times when we were 110 for zip, for none after 25 overs, and you go, yes, I can remember things like that, spending time with Jan, who's quite a character. And yeah, no, my school cricketing career has led up to where I am today.
And do you still keep in touch with him?
Yes, I do. I do keep in touch with them quite a lot, especially now working in schools and in the coaching side of things. So whenever there's a game where I know he's going to play or be involved with, I try and get tickets for the kids and get myself some tickets. Or like the last year I was in England, I went to watch South Africa, and Duane Willefeer was someone we played against.
Okay.
And in school cricket, and he organised as a signed South African shirt. So yeah, it's quite nice.
Okay. So you played for several seasons for the underage Griqualand West teams, any highlighting memory of that?
Oh, I'd say the best memories of that was probably the 3 years that I played Coquig, which is your under 18 sort of like franchise week, where it's all the best cricketers in South Africa just playing against each other. And there we had quite a lot of good memories. And the 1 year I averaged 60. The first year of Coquig, I averaged about 60 in the week, scoring 480s. So that was probably the biggest highlight of the playing for Griqualand West.
Okay. I know in 2012 you were chosen for the Namibian squad. How did that feel? How did you ease that pressure of playing for Namibia, and how did that feel to wear the jersey?
Oh yeah, it felt great. They made me feel at home from the get-go. Namibia's got the nicest people that you ever meet. So yeah, it was good putting on the jersey the first time and knowing you're now not representing a school or a club. You're basically representing a whole country, even if it's just that under 19 level at that stage. And it was a real eye-opener, the amount of messages and good luck things you would have got from a lot of people that you sort of like grew up with. So it was quite an eye-opener to know how many people actually knew about you playing for Namibia.
How did your dad feel?
Oh, Dad was over the moon. He was there when we went to the Under-19 World Cup in Australia. Him and Mum flew over. So yeah, they lived that first birthday journey with me.
Well, that's good to have support, and they have that genuine feeling, and they knew this is what you wanted, and you were so good since a kid. That must be incredible.
Yeah, exactly that. It was very proud. It was a very proud moment for both of us.
Okay, so you've played 2 under-19 World Cups and 1 senior men's 50-over World Cup qualifier. What were some things you learned during that time that was different from playing cricket earlier?
The biggest thing I learned was that you got to move on quite quickly. Like, if you're in a bad form when you can't score a run, the next run is just around the corner. The next innings, you could hit 2 nice boundaries nice and early, and you could be off and running. So I spoke to a lot of guys from other nations. I had a very good chat one day with Ed Joyce from Ireland, and he also represented England. And he opened my eyes massively, and he said, all you need to do as an opening batter is just work harder than the rest. You just got to hit more balls than the rest, because you are batting in the most hard point of cricket. You're literally against the new ball, fresh bowlers, all that. So you've got to work harder than the rest. So there was a lot of finer things that opened my eyes in terms of if you want to be known as a very good associate batter.
Your favorite captain you've played under?
No, it's got to be Sadelberger from Namibia. Oh, he was such a nice guy. Just one of those real, genuine, nice guys. If you went through a patch where you couldn't score a run, he would be the first one to come and sit next to you after the game, open a beer and say, but life goes on. Just get over it, work harder, things will start happening. So now it's got to be Sadelberger. He's one hell of a good captain and an even better human being.
Advice for young batsmen?
Oh, the biggest advice I'd give a young batter is just express yourself. Find a way that works for you. None of us are the same. None of us will ever be the same. Find a way that works for you. Get options that works for you. One options, boundary options, and just go out there and express yourself. If you want to hit the first ball for 6 and you know it's in your area to hit it for 6, do it. It's sort of the way the game's gone. If you want to be good nowadays, you've got to be able to play the situations well. You've got to be able to hit the ball for 6. If you want to be a good cricketer in today's day and age, you've got to be able to hit the ball for 6. And then the biggest advice I give to especially youngsters is hate dot balls. Come to terms where you hate a dot ball, because the more dot balls that gets bowled at you, the more pressure you have, and the bigger the chances of you not thinking through a stroke, and then you lose your wicket. And you're making bad decisions because you've had a couple of dot balls and now there's pressure on you to get off strike or to hit a boundary or whatever. So I'd like to keep it to that terms, to hate a dot ball.
Okay. Your favorite shot?
Oh, it's got to be the straight drive. The
Okay.
straight drive or the on drive. It's a lot of people over the years have said the best place you can hit a cricket ball is straight back past the bowler, and I'm a firm believer in that.
Okay, and do you have a favorite cricketer? Is that too hard of a question?
Favorite cricketer who's still playing today, it's got to be Virat Kohli.
Okay.
I just love the way he goes about cricket. I love the way that he knows he's one of the best players in the world. He's sort of got that ego around him, which you do need to have as a batter especially. Because as a batter you get one chance, as a bowler you get, 10 overs of 6 balls. You get 60 chances to get 5 wickets and then you're a hero. So as a batter, you've got to have that ego around you that I'm the best, that I'm going to dominate you. So it's got to be Virat Kohli at the minute. I just love the way he goes about things and the way he wins games of cricket for his team. To him, it's all about his team and winning games of cricket, which stands out for me.
Okay. Have you played for a cricket club outside of Namibia?
Yes, I spent 5 winters in England playing club cricket in England. I played at Worcester Cricket Club my first year, second year at St Anne's Cricket Club, third year at Burton Cricket Club, and then played the last 2 years at Louth Cricket Club.
Okay.
Very good experience. I'll advise that to any young cricketer in the world that wants to have a year out after school. Go to England, go and play some club cricket. You'll meet so much friends, you'll make so much good memories, and literally the people live and breathe cricket.
Your next travel destination?
Oh, it's gotta be the Bahamas.
Okay. The toughest bowler you've ever faced?
One well affair.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
A non-cricketer sports person you'd like to meet?
Roger Federer. No doubt about it.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Your favorite fruit?
It's gotta go for a banana.
Okay. The most used app on your phone?
Instagram.
I think you mentioned this, a cricketer who currently plays that you enjoy watching, other than Virat Kohli.
Other than Virat Kohli, gotta be an old friend, Quinton de Kock.
Okay. Something that's always with you other than your phone?
Zambak. It's lip eyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The best food... Sorry, go ahead. Okay.
That's what it is. It's lip eyes.
Okay. The best food from Namibia, or your favorite?
My favorite?
Yes. From Namibia, your favorite food?
Food. Oh, it's gotta be steak at Joe's Beer House.
Okay. Superman or Batman?
Superman.
Most eaten food during quarantine?
Crisps.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now you're going to rate the following from 0 to 100. So 0 if you don't really like it or you're not really good at it, and then 100 you're amazing.
Okay.
Chocolate cake?
80.
Okay. Animated Disney movies?
50-50.
Singing?
No, 0. None.
Have you tried singing?
No. Only in the shower.
Yeah, okay. That means you're not that bad, because shower singing could be terrible.
No, it's horrible, believe me.
Pizza?
100.
Instagram?
105.
Bowling?
50-50.
Okay. And that's actually it. You did so well.
Thank you very much for having me. It was really nice.